the redesigned US $100 note. To protect your money and stay ahead of the counterfeiters, the U.S. government has developed two advanced security features for the redesigned $100 note, the result of more than a decade of research. Learning about the latest security features will help you quickly and easily distinguish real notes from fake ones. But before we take a closer look at these features, remember that it's not necessary to trade in your old design $100 notes for new ones. All U.S. currency remains legal tender, no matter when it was issued. So why does the government redesign currency? With the addition of new and advanced security features, the government works to stay ahead of counterfeiters and keep counterfeiting low. In essence, protecting your money. The two new and easy-to-use security features in the redesigned $100 note give you a simple and subtle way to verify if the note is real. These can be easily checked by simply tilting the note. On the front of the $100 note, you will see the 3D security ribbon. This is the blue ribbon that contains images of bells and 100s. By tilting the note back and forth while focusing on the blue ribbon, you will see the bells appear to both move and change to 100s. The other new advanced security feature is called the bell in the inkwell. Look on the front of the note for a color-shifting bell inside a copper inkwell. Both the inkwell and the bell are copper-colored until you move the note. By tilting the $100 note, you will see the bell change from copper to green. This effect makes the bell seem to appear and disappear within the inkwell. In addition to the two new security features, the redesigned $100 note includes a number of other design and security features that help prevent the note from being counterfeited. Let's take a look at them. First, the note contains a portrait watermark. By holding the note to a light source, you will see a faint image of Benjamin Franklin in the blank space to the right of his portrait. This portrait watermark is a part of the paper and can be seen from either side of the note. When you hold the note to a light source, you should also see an embedded security thread that runs up and down just to the left of Benjamin Franklin's portrait. The letters USA and the numeral 100 appear in an alternating pattern and can be seen and read along the thread on both sides of the note. This thread glows pink under ultraviolet light. Next, tilt the note, and you'll see that the numeral 100 in the lower right corner of the front of the note shifts from copper to green. Traditional raised printing can be felt throughout the $100 note. For example, if you move your finger up and down Benjamin Franklin's shoulder on the left side of the note, it should feel rough to the touch, the result of the enhanced printing process used to create the image. The redesigned $100 note also incorporates microprinting in several places. Because of their size, microprinted words are hard to replicate. Look carefully to see the United States of America microprinted on Benjamin Franklin's jacket collar. USA 100 microprinted around the blank space containing the portrait watermark. 100 USA microprinted along the golden quill, and USA's microprinted at the base of the portrait. Let's start with the new blue 3D security ribbon. It's visible only from the front of the note and is woven into the paper, not printed on it. In a genuine new $100 note, the ribbon is only 23 microns thick. That's so thin that even the most sophisticated counterfeiter would find it extremely difficult to replicate. It can only be seen when the note is held to light. When you shine a UV light on or underneath a genuine new $100 note, the security thread glows pink. In fact, all recent designs of US notes, with the exception of the $1 and $2 bills, have a security thread that glows a different color under UV light. The $5 note glows blue. The $10 note glows orange. The $20 note glows green. And the $50 note glows yellow. While an authentic new $100 note will always glow pink when illuminated by UV light, what you see on the glowing security thread can vary from note to note. Here's what you need to know. If you're holding a genuine, redesigned $100 note in front of a UV light, in other words, if the UV light is transmitted from behind the note, you'll see the letters USA and the numeral 100 in an alternating pattern along the thread. However, more often than not, UV light equipment used to check currency features is configured so that the light shines down on the note rather than from behind it. In this case, what you see will vary. On some genuine new $100 notes, you might see the letters USA and numeral 100s. On other notes, you'll simply see a pattern of fluorescent pink dots on the security thread. This variance is normal, and what you see will depend on which side of the thread you are viewing. Another note about the new 100 and its reaction to ultraviolet light. US currency paper is UV dull and formulated not to glow in ultraviolet light. Unlike the security thread, which does glow when illuminated by UV light, the currency paper itself should not glow. So if you illuminate a note with UV light and the whole note glows, you may have a counterfeit. Make sure you check the other security features before making this determination. Now let's explore some other elements of the new $100 note that can help you authenticate genuine notes and detect possible counterfeits. First, let's look at the paper. Cash handlers the world over describe genuine US currency as having a texture and feel that is quite recognizable and unique. The uniqueness of this texture and feel is even more noticeable on the new $100 note. US currency paper is composed of cotton and linen using a unique formula. This unique paper, along with the traditional intaglio printing process, gives each genuine US currency note its distinct texture. For example, move your finger up and down Benjamin Franklin's shoulder. The intaglio printing in this area has been particularly enhanced and should feel rough to the touch. Another unique characteristic of genuine US currency paper is the tiny red and blue fibers embedded throughout. Often counterfeiters try to simulate these fibers by printing tiny red and blue lines on their paper. Close inspection reveals, however, that on most counterfeit notes, the lines are printed on the surface, not embedded in the paper. As you use these tools to determine if a note is counterfeit, keep in mind that the most important tool in spotting a counterfeit note is your expertise and knowledge. Remember, if you doubt that the $100 note that you're about to accept is genuine, just take a few seconds to check a combination of security features, such as the 3D security ribbon, the bell in the inkwell, and the portrait watermark, to verify the note is genuine. Don't assume that because your note is a bit different that you're holding a counterfeit. It may in fact be that what you're seeing is a natural variance of the features you're focusing on and an expected result of the manufacturing process. At the same time, as we've just explained, other variations, such as a lack of texture or a note that glows in its entirety when exposed to ultraviolet light, can be cause for suspicion.